Okay, we're going to do a simple cut test. I've got the 4 knives that I generally carry in my rotation. I've got a Chris Reeves large Sebenza Insingo blade. I've got a Benchmade 940. I've got a Benchmade 710 McHenry Williams. And I just acquired a ZT 0562 with a slicer blade, the M390. So the first 3, the Chris Reeves and the Benchmade and the 2 Benchmades all have my edge, and the ZT has a factory edge, but I have polished it up a little bit on my strop. I've got a piece of single thickness cardboard, and let's just do a quick test to see how each one cuts. Alright, here we go with the ZT 062. Let me turn it around. So that's cutting okay. It takes a little bit of force to get it started and get it going through. I'm cutting in the direction of the corrugation, so I'm just sort of sliding down along a corrugation. And, you know, it's a good sharp edge. It's doing an okay job. Alright, let's move on to the Benchmade McHenry Williams 710. This has got a D2 blade. And this knife, it's not cutting well in here in the belly of the recurve, but once it gets up on this bend, it's cutting pretty well. All right, let's go on to the next Benchmade. Now this is cutting substantially easier. It's requiring less force and cutting very nicely. And the Chris Reeves large Insingo blade, very easy. This is a good slicer. So for this small test, I put the knives in this exact order. The Chris Reeves is the easiest slicer. The Benchmade 940 is not even really a close second. The Chris Reeves is really head and shoulders above the 940. The 710 McHenry Williams with the D2 blade, it's a little difficult. Like I said, to get it started in the belly of the recurve, it hangs up a little bit. Once you get on the tip of the blade, it cuts real well. And the new ZT 0652 with the M390 blade, and again, this does not have my edge like the other 3 do, but it came in last in this place, so I would rank them just the way they're lined up. Chris Reeves first, the Benchmade 940 second, the 710 next, and then the new ZT 562 and M390 in last place. We're going to do that same test again, but this time instead of going with the corrugation, we're going to go across it and just see how each knife performs. Again, we have the zero tolerance 0562 CF. This is in M390, has a factory edge that I've cleaned up a little bit on my strop. And it's taken quite a bit of force to get that cut through. I'm trying to use a slicing action, and that definitely cleans up the cut. So it's slicing pretty well. I mean, this is not a bad performing knife. All right, let's try the McHenry Williams 710 and D2. A little less force to get it to cut, but it changes its cutting pressure as it rolls up over the recurve. That's one of the reasons that I'm a little dissatisfied with this knife, is because of that recurve. I think this would be an absolutely fantastic knife if it just had a straight blade. But anyway, in this test, it's easier to push through. initially, and then it gets a little tougher to push through as it comes up over the recurve. I still think it's slightly better than the ZT. All right, this is the Benchmade 940 with S30V steel, and slightly less pressure to get it to cut through. Cuts nice and straight. It's good. It's well controllable. So I don't think the order's changing much. And let's go to the Chris Reeves with S35VN, the Insingo blade, the large Sebenza. And there's just no real comparison. This Chris Reeves Insingo is just head and shoulders as a slicer better than the other three knives. So Chris Reeves is clearly the winner of this. The 940 in second place. You know, I'm not sure which of these two knives is the absolute winner. I think when I get my edge on this, it might outperform the 710, but they're very, very close.